Hey there, website developers. Want to hop in here today and show you how to create a single blog post layout in Beaver Builder. So I'm working on yogasoul.com's website, and we've got an archive page here, which is just what you call a blog page that has all of the blog posts included on it. And what we're trying to do is restyle the layout of their singular blog post here in Beaver Builder. So the two things that you'll need is, well, you'll want a WordPress website, first of all. Second, you'll want to be using Beaver Builder as the theme and the builder. And third, you'll need Beaver Builder Themer installed on the website. So Beaver Builder, the theme, you're going to find in Appearance and Themes. And we've got the child theme activated. We always activate a child theme. We have the original theme, and then we activate a child theme so that any custom code that we put into the website does not get overwritten when Beaver Builder, the theme, starts to send out updates. And then you'll also need the plugins, Beaver Builder, the builder, and Beaver Builder Themer. And we also use one other plugin that will come in handy here, which will be from Brainstorm Force. And it's going to be UABB, or Ultimate Add-ons for Beaver Builder. So you can see that installed here by Brainstorm Force. So the three plugins that you'll need on top of the Beaver Builder theme. And you can also use this with the Astra theme and other themes as well. But if you're using Beaver Builder, the builder, you'll want the pro version of the plugin made by the Beaver Builder team. Beaver Themer, which is what we're going to be using to create the layout for those single blog posts. And then Ultimate Add-ons for Beaver Builder is an additional plus. And we'll have links to all of those resources in the description of this video. I'm going to hop in and get started in building the themer layout. And we already have a single blog post layout turned on in here, but we're going to add a new one just so that you can see the process from the beginning. So you hit add new, and then blog post, you give it a title, single. And it is a themer layout that we're creating here, and we're going to make it a content singular. So archive, like we said, is this page that shows you all of the blog posts together. That's considered an archive of any post type. You can create an archive post that will have on one page all of the archived articles or posts related to that post type. Blog posts are just a post type. So we're going to hop in here, and instead of creating the archive page, we're going to create the singular blog page. Then add themer layout. And we're going to leave this as a draft for right now. So once we are finished building it, we're going to change this to all singular posts. And so it will take over the layout for this page right here. But for now, we're just going to leave that as a draft because we have a current singular layout that is activated at the moment. So we're going to hop in here, and this is how the singular blog post is laid out if you change nothing. So you have the header, which will include a background photo, which is the post featured image. So you can change that to one standard image, or you can make it something different entirely, or you can delete this whole section. But for starters, we're starting out with the post featured image here as the background photo behind the title. What we also have is an overlay color so that the text stands out on top of the photo because the title is in the photo itself. Again, we can lay this out separately if we'd like to. But for now, this is what we're seeing here. And we can change this to a minimum height of 1500 pixels, which is huge and would take up a lot of the space. But we can change this to whatever minimum height we would like this to be, so that standard, we're always going to end up seeing the same amount of photo on every page. And we might want to show a little bit more because we're typically on these blog posts, because we are typically seeing views of people while they're working out. And it's an entire room, and we like to show their full bodies. But we can update this to whatever minimum height we'd like to see it. I like just a little bit more here because I like to see their faces. See if that gives us a little bit more. So we're seeing a few faces in there, but you can also style how the photo is aligned. Sorry, this is the content. We can style how the photo is aligned here. Position center is where it is right now. Now we've got center bottom, so it's going to serve up the bottom of the photo, or go to the bottom of the photo first. So if we do center top, we're going to see more of their faces, which I like. So let's leave it as center top so we get some good faces and arms in there. And then we can look at these other pieces. So we've got a heading setting that we have H1, which is great. We want to always have an H1 on the page, and typically it would be the title of the blog post. And you can see that we've got the post title happening in here. Now, we can exit out of that, and the way to add the post title would just be to hit the plus sign next to the heading. So you can type whatever you want in here. But and that will be the text that takes over every single post. But if you want the text here to change with the post itself, and you want to insert the post title, then you just hop in, hit the plus sign, pick post title, and it will change based on the different blog posts that are on the page. So here is post info is also included in this section, and we can decide to show the date or not show the date. I like to show it just so that people can see how recent it was written. You can see if it's modified at all. Right now we have that hidden. We've got the author showing, and we've also got whether or not there are comments showing. I'm going to hide that because we don't allow comments that are not approved to show up on this particular blog. So there's no real reason to talk about how many comments are on this post. So we're just taking that out of the header here. You could put that anywhere on the page. You can come down lower here if you want to show comments. As a matter of fact, this is the comment section where you can see comments or submit comments. And I'm just going to take that out because we don't really have comments happening here. And we also don't have like an author bio listed there. So I'm taking the author out of there, and I'm going to remove some of these other separators because they're no longer necessary. So what we've got going on in here is there's a row. It's fixed with its width. And here is post content. So there's actually a module called post content. If you hit the plus sign with Beaver Builder and you say post content is a themer module here. And you can see there's also post title, post info, author bio, featured image, attached images, etc. So there are also other elements that you can drag onto the page. This has post content right here, and then it allows you to have some settings here, including margins, and if this shows on every type of device, if it always shows, or if you've got some conditional logic, which we can get into a little bit later as we style this page a little bit more. But this is the basics on putting your blog post together with Beaver Builder and Beaver Themer. So when I save this layout, and I come to the page here, you'll see it change once I've hit save here. And then once I come in to edit the themer layout, and I choose that I want this to show up on all posts, and I hit update, it's going to give me a warning that there's more than one post layout available. So the layout single blog post is assigned to the same location and may not show. So this is telling me there's going to be a conflict if I don't clear this up. So I'm going to go back to themer layouts, and this older one here, I'm going to, quick edit it by unpublishing it. Now this more recent one that is now located with all single posts, what we're going to see change here is this comment section has been removed and the categories have been added here. So now we can see the title's bigger, the photo layout is different, and now we have the categories here and no comment section. And this is the basics on laying out a singular post type using Beaver Builder and Beaver Themer. In our next video, we're going to cover adding to this layout so that you can start to monetize your blog. Some best practices regarding how to monetize your blog or help increase engagement and conversion on your blog using this layout style.